Welcome back, everyone, to Draft Day Sports Pro Basketball 2024. Back for a midweek video. I got some free time tonight, so I'm going to make another video. If you remember the last time, actually, it wasn't the last time, it was the video before last. We traded away, I can't remember his name. We traded away Isaiah Cravens for McCreary, and so far, we're doing still about the same. We slowed the pace down a little bit. And I think working with the lineup with Bennett and McCreary, trying to get that sorted out. Still want to keep Bennett as a starter, McCreary coming off the bench. I think that's going to be our best bet. I'm going to slow the pace down just a little bit more because if I'm remembering right in the last video, we won 3 of our last 4 games, and that was after I had slowed the pace down a little bit. Everybody's getting healthy. So I think that will help us. Also, our assist numbers went up when I did that. So I think maybe this is a slower paced playing team. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now, right out of the gate. Let's go to, so you do that in your office right here. And actually, if you look at it, I think we had the pace turned up to pretty quick. And I think this is a slower. Let's just try it at medium for right now. See how that works out. Maybe we need to turn it down a little bit more, but we'll see how that works. See, our first game here is against the Irish. I want to make sure real quick our lineups look like they're supposed to. We've only got Hooper out with an injury, and he's only out for a couple of days. It's just an aggravating injury. So who knows? Maybe we'll strike some luck here with this lineup and make the playoffs. Maybe it's possible. We're actually an 8-point favorite in this game, even though we're the away team. But they have a bunch of injuries, as you can see. So they're playing with a very limited lineup. We have almost everybody, so except for Hooper there. And I don't think he plays a lot of minutes anyway. So let's see how this game goes. And we won. That's like 4 of the last 5 games, I think. But we have an incident. Major team incident. Antoine Asani just took a cheap shot at Julian McClinton in the locker room. It's already all over social media. Good luck with trying to sort it out. So I'm going to have to see how these players are doing. Asani, you can click right from there. Asani here only averages 2.5 or 2.8 points per game. McClinton, actually, I think he's a starter for us. Feeling foggy-headed tonight, guys. Sorry about that. Let's go to our depth chart real quick. Yes, McClinton is a starter. I need to memorize these so I can better make these videos. I'm going to go to the dashboard and make sure Asani and McClinton see what they're feeling like. Let's see. McClinton, yeah, McClinton is he's a little upset. So is Asani. Spurgeon here, he's angry. So some of these guys need to pick me up. I want to talk to a few of these guys. Let's have a meeting. We've been winning games, and guys are as mad as they've been all season after we're winning some games. So first, let's talk to Antoine here. I don't want to tell him he's been doing a good job because, actually, you know what? I hate to say this, but he's not that great of a player. I don't want to make him more angry than he already is, so I'm just going to leave his alone. Let's talk to McClinton, though. And I mean, he's doing a pretty good job for the most part, but he doesn't need to be getting into fights. So this is one of these situations where he's only done it once. So I mean, I'm not going to get on him too much. Um, I don't want to tell him he's doing a good job if he's getting into fights. So I want to tell him just to chill out a little bit. He says, "All right, I know I'm a little uptight and sometimes hard to get along with. I'll try harder." So he took pretty well to that. I want to tell while I'm at it, Spurgeon here. Here we go. He's doing a good job. He appreciates it, so that's good. Because he really is doing a good job, and he's angry, and I don't want him to be angry. Because I want to keep him around for a while. We can get rid of Asani anytime. He's only a 1.5-star player. I'm not that worried about keeping him happy, but McClinton, I want to keep happy, and Spurgeon, I want to keep happy for sure. Let's go ahead and simulate to the next game. I want to see how things are going at the All-Star break, and if we can possibly make the playoffs. I think I'm just going to keep the team as it is. If it's possible we make the playoffs, I'm still going to predict that we'll be on the outside looking in by that point. And if that's the case, I want to try to trade around for another first round draft pick if possible, and get a couple of draft picks this upcoming off season. Let's go ahead and I think we just still is Hooper still out? Let me make sure. I don't want to go with not knowing what the situation is. It's actually Richardson that's injured with a bruised thigh, but it's only 2 days. He'll only miss this game. So still putting Bennett in for McCleary start lineup. There we go. That's what we want to run with in this game. And we're an 8-point favorite in this game. So they have some injuries as well. So it looks like it's just Miami lost. Looks like injuries are quite the norm in this game, but that's okay as long as it's fair game. It looks like it is fair game. Um, you know, it's just another obstacle to work with. Next up, we got the Americans. Let me make sure this is what it's supposed to be. Yeah, everything looks good there. Once again, we're an 8-point favorite. I can't complain too much about injuries. Look at the rest of these teams. They have a bunch of guys out. So we're actually on the upswing when it comes to health. And we won. It's what, 5 of the last 7 games we've won? I feel good about that. Let's look at the box score. Aaron Fortson with 26 points, 6 assists, and 6 rebounds. Look at McCleary coming off the bench with 21 points. I think we won that trade. I mean, we gave up a player causing problems and a throwaway draft pick to get this guy, and he's doing wonders off the bench. Bennett has been struggling though with scoring. You know, he's a 10 and 10 guy. He's a double guy. Good rim protector. But we won this lineup. Seems to be working for us for the most part. Let's keep going. Next game against the Freedom. So it says we have one injured player. And now it's heel. Sore hand. Okay, that's what we'll run in this next game. We're a 2.5 point favorite, so this one is going to be pretty close. Looks like their leading assist man is out. Oh, we still lost. They're a pretty good team, though. I'm not going to be losing any sleep over that one. Next, we play the Twisters. I think it's Hill that's still out with this one because his injury was 4 days. Yeah, he's still out. We're still running with the same lineup. They've only got Christos Luanu. I feel like I'm butchering these names in these videos. We are a 5.5 point favorite in this game. We are 5-5. We are actually a 500 team in our last 10 games, which is much better than what we were when we started out. And we won another game by 1 point, but it doesn't matter. We won, and that's all that matters. Look at the box score of this game. Aaron Fortson, once again, 24 points, 8 assists, 4 rebounds, 2 blocks. McCleary only played 13 minutes in this game, but he had 10 points in 13 minutes. Bennett was 8 and 16. I mean, that guy's a rebounding machine, which is why I bumped our rebounding up. So, yeah, this is definitely slowing our pace to, I think playing fast was definitely hurting us. Slowing our pace to more of a balanced pace and working on rebounds and making that trade, they've all seem to be working out for us for the better for sure. Next, we play the Pioneers, who we've played before, and they're really good. We still only got one injured player. And look at the depth chart. Our assist numbers are still bottom of the league, but we're winning games. So, I mean, wins are wins. Looks like Asani's out. What's he got? Strained knee, just 1 day. So, it's just been working out for us for the most part. Can't win every game, but we're winning the majority of our games recently. So I don't know if I expect to win this game. Portland's a 1 point favorite. But think of that. I mean, if as good as they are, if they're only a 1 point favorite, I know it's at our arena. It's a home game for us. But if they're only a 1 point favorite, as good as they are, completely healthy, we're at least going to be a 500 team. And we're 6-4 in the last 10. So we're seeing that. We actually have making that trade. I don't understand how the computer thought that was it the Condors we made the trade with. I don't understand how the computer thought that they won that trade. I mean, I think we clearly won that trade. We lost this game though by a considerable margin. It's all right though. They were a great team, and we have no injured players, which is awesome. Don't want to give up on playing this pace quite yet, even if we lost that game. So completely healthy. This is what our lineup looks like. Here we got Lopez, Fortson, McClinton, Spurgeon, Bennett. McCleary is the sixth man. Richardson, Hill, Bryant, and Aguilera. Those are the guys who are generally getting playing time. The rest of these guys are kind of reserves. If we're healthy, we can put one of these guys in the G League to try to develop. Chris Kelly here is only 20 years old. Hooper is 23. Shepard's 23. Asani is 23. If I'm mispronouncing any of these, because I feel like Asani, I feel like it should be Akani or Akani. I'm not sure how you pronounce his last name, but he's only 23. And Nathan Hunter's 25, but he's as developed as he's going to get. So I still think we need to put Hooper here. He can gain a full star if we develop him enough. So let's go ahead and put Hooper back in the G League. Oh, is he already on there? What? Okay, I don't have the option to assign him or to recall him. I don't want to release him. So maybe we're too late in the season for me to assign anybody now. So it's not giving me the option to assign any of these guys. So maybe that's done and gone for this season. I'm not sure why it won't let me. Let's go ahead and play this next game against the Coyotes. And another loss. Man. We have two injured players. Let's see what our injuries are. Spurgeon's out. The sore shoulder, 6 days. Sonny's out again. So let me see. They want to put Richardson. Can he play the 4? He's 6'9". He's not really an outside shooter at all. I still think he's more of a center than he is a 4. What about Hill here? Lavore Hill. Yeah, he's more of a. I'm going to go ahead and actually start Hill in this next game. And let's start Bennett. And then shuffle that around. So we got Lopez, Fortson, McClinton, Hill, and Bennett as our starters. McCleary and Richardson. It's weird to have two bigs like that coming off the bench. They still want, looks like Richardson to play the 4 for the most part when he comes in. But, this might be a mistake, but I want to see how this works out. I think Richardson just is out of place at a 4. Plays out of position. They are the pretty heavy favorite to win this by 8 points. They don't have any injuries, so they're completely healthy. So I don't really expect to win this game either way. We actually did win this game. That's awesome. Okay, I'm curious as to how Hill did in that game as a starter and the rest of the team. So let's go ahead and check out that box score. Once again, Fordson played the game with 25, 8, and 8, almost a triple double. Hill had 18 points. He did go 7 of 17 though, which isn't great. 4 of 11 from 3. That's not terrible, but it's not great. But we did win the game. McCleary had 17. Bennett had 15 and 16. I mean, that guy's a double-double machine. Look at this. Lopez did not score, but he had 10 assists. So our turnovers, we have 30 assists, guys, which is much better than what our average was, to 11 turnovers, which is excellent. So I'm still digging playing this. It's not really a slow pace you're playing. You're playing kind of a balanced pace, but it's definitely working out for us better than trying to play fast pace. We got 4 injuries though in this next game, which is not. It's unfortunate for sure. Spurgeon's still out. Hooper's out. McClinton's also out in this game. They actually it suggests that I start being it. I'm still going to put Hill in the starting lineup because he did so well for us. I mean, he didn't do amazing, but oh no. Okay. Clicked the wrong button there. All right, so we got Lopez, Fortson, Nick Bryant, Hill, and Bennett. McCleary, the 6th man. This next game. I'm going to go ahead and try to get to the All-Star break in this video. And we won another. Nick Bryant, 21 points. I don't remember him. If he doesn't start most of the time. Oh, we have a new alert down here. This is basically just telling us it's February 1st now. So the trade line is 7 days away. You know what? Scratch what I said earlier about playing to the All-Star break. Let's just get to the next game here against the Condors. I'm actually curious about something with the Condors. I want to see how Cravens is doing for them. So, forgive me. I'm trying to figure out where I need to go to figure that out. It wouldn't be. I don't see a statistics page anywhere, like a league statistics page. There's a stats page, but I think that's for your team. Yeah, it is. Here we go. Click teams and go to Condors. Here we go. Okay, here he is down at the bottom. I think his numbers are up slightly from when he was on our team. Looks like he's happy there. Actually, you can look at it here. With 15 games for us, he averaged 3.6, 1.1, and 4.8. So his numbers have gone up, and he seems happier. So it works out for him. Works out for us, I think. I think it's a win-win trade, even though we'll probably lose this game because they're pretty good, and we've still got 4 injured players. I'm going to go ahead and set the depth chart for this next game, and then I'm going to try to make a trade before the end of this video to get a first-round draft pick, and we have Bennett out in this next game, which is it's not great. So let's put Hill in once again at the 4, Bryant still at the 3. We'll play McCreary as a starter with Richardson as the 6th man. And that's what we're going with the next game. Next video I play against the Condors. I'm going to go ahead and try to do that trade. And the thing about the trade is we're going to have to trade a player in order to get this pick. So I need to determine if I'm going to do this. Who to trade. Let me look at the standings real quick before we... I still think we'll be on the outside looking in. Yeah, I mean, we're still... Even though we've been doing better, we're still 8 wins behind the Memphis Roar. So... chances are we're still out of the playoffs, even though we're playing better. So I need to determine who we're going to try to trade to get that pick. And honestly, I hate trying to make this trade with all these injuries. Let's determine which team we'll try to get a pick from. Looks like the worst team in the league is the Milwaukee Moose. But we probably won't get that pick. I mean, that's going to be a highly sought after pick. Let's try to get a pick from like the Toronto Dinos. They're basically in the same place that we are, except they're in the East. So I wonder what they would want for their first round draft pick. If they'll even be interested in trading their first round draft pick. You must place a player in the trade. Okay. Sheesh. It's hard to want to trade anybody with all the injuries, to be honest. Okay, what if we tried to trade Nick Bryant? Well, first of all, for one thing, their cap status can't take Nick Bryant. So let's clear that off the table. I don't know if they'll be able to take anybody. We would basically have to take a player off their hands to free up the cap space. Well, what if we traded? They have Jason Reed here, but his contract's only $4 million. They also have Julian Van Vleck. His contract is $23 million. I kind of like that we have a big cap space to work with. I don't know if I want to use that much money on a 3-star player. How old is this guy? He's 24, but he's basically already hit his full potential. So he's a solid player, but he's a little overpaid if you ask me. Sacramento here. Okay, what if do they have an offer first of all? Oh yeah, we must place a player. I keep forgetting that. They are not interested in Nick Bryant. I want to try one more team because this video is starting to run long. I'll try one more team. I don't expect to get the pick from the Moose. We would have to give up a sizable chunk to get that pick. You know what? Let's try the Hoops here. They're a 500 team. Gosh, they're way behind in the. We got the most cap space of like anybody. I want to save that though for this off season. Hey, they have a player named Rashard Lewis, just like the player in the back in the day for the Supersonics was Rashard Lewis for the Heat, if I'm not mistaken. What if we? Well, I don't really have to have Rashard Lewis. I just clicked him because I thought his name was interesting. Okay, what if they wanted to trade their first round draft pick? And what the heck? Rashard Lewis. How about for Hooper? Okay, this is at least legal, but it's a really dumb trade for them. So let's sweeten the deal a little bit. Well, is that cap legal? It's not cap legal. If we threw in another player, about Asani. Okay, this is cap legal. Let's offer this trade. Talk to me when you have a real offer to make. So they're not interested in that trade. I'm going to go ahead and end this video, and maybe I can find a trade off camera. I won't go through with it. I'll start the next video up, hopefully with a better idea of some kind of trade to offload to try to get another draft pick. But if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. I'm not going to give up an important piece to try to, just try to get a draft pick. We're already going to get a pretty good draft pick. So, but that's all I got for this time. If you like these videos, keep coming back.